Did you know that the only constant in life is change? As a matter of fact, if you don't change, you'll die. You have to change. You have to change with the seasons. You have to change with the times. We have to change with the way culture responds to the message of Jesus Christ. Change is inevitable. You will always be changing. Just look in the mirror. Look at some old pictures from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. If you don't think you're involved in the process of change, just look at the pictures and you will see. I ran into somebody not too long ago. Haven't seen this person in quite some time. And honestly, I almost did not recognize them because of the change in their life. They had been through a period of sickness and had some severe problems that demanded a lot of chemicals being put in their body, like chemotherapy and other things. And so it took its toll on them, and my heart went out to them. But it just reminded me that not only does that happen to our body, that happens to our lives. Change is inevitable. And it's not about whether you are going to have change in your life. It's about how you're going to deal with it. And how do we process change? Change is going to come, and we must process it always in a positive way, with a positive mindset. I believe with all of my heart that God made us as human beings agents of change. He showed us the process of change. We go through the seasons. We go through winter. We go through spring. We go through summer. We go through fall. Those are all seasons of change, each one of them different. And by the way, each one of them has a harvest. I know we think of harvest as late summer, early fall, but there is a harvest in every season. There's a harvest in the winter season. The reason I tell you that is if the farmer didn't have the winter season, he probably would not be able to have the kind of crops he wants in the fall. So what is that harvest of winter? He gets all of the equipment ready. There is the rain, the moisture, the ice, the sleet, the snow that comes and waters the ground and prepares the ground for spring. And then spring comes, and spring brings a change. And so the plants come up out of the ground and they bud and they're flowers. And it's so beautiful to see that. But then that changes because it's a process, because the flower, the bud is just there so it can produce a vegetable or a fruit. And then we get into the full-blown summer, and you see the fruit begin to ripen because of the warm sun, the rains that come. And then we get into the fall. Go out and look at a vineyard in the springtime. Take a picture of it and look at the beauty of it, and then go back and look at it at the beginning of harvest when they begin to strip the grapes from it. It's ugly. It's barren almost. All the grapes have been pulled. The leaves are falling off and on the ground, and they're no longer green. They've turned brown and orange. Change, 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 change. We must become agents of change. We must embrace change. And we should never look at change just in a negative mindset, because even a negative change can have a positive effect. Some of your greatest trials turned into some of your greatest blessings. That's how it is in the kingdom of God. How you process change determines whether or not your life is a life of quality, achievement, or whether your life is a life of struggle. It's all about change.